Alright, this week we're going a little further afield and we're going to do a mead. This particular one is from Bee Nectar and it's called Kill All Golfers, based on the fact that the little story on the side references a gopher and there's a gopher on the label. I'm guessing it's more of a reference to Caddyshack than an homage to the late great George Carlin's philosophy on golf. It's a sentiment that I certainly find amusing at times, depending on who's presenting it, but I have to completely disagree with. If there weren't any golfers, there would be no golf, and if there was no golf, there would be no Greenskeeper's Rainy Day IPA, which actually happens to be one of my favorite brews from a local brewery, Booth Bay Craft Brewery in Booth Bay, Maine, which is just incredible. If you're ever in the area, check them out. They've got a great range of beers. They've got nitro on the tap, so they'll usually have a dark beer on that. And everything they have is just very drinkable, very different in terms of the presentation. They're all distinct within their styles, but they stand out within the style. In other words, a stout from Booth Bay Craft Brewery doesn't taste like a stout that you've had at every other microbrewery in the country. So definitely check them out if you're in the area. But this isn't about them. This is about Bee Nectar here and their Kill All the Golfers mead. So it says it's a honey wine brewed with tea and lemon. Now the last time I experienced a mead, I was kind of hoping it would be great because they get a lot of talk, and you know it's something brewed from honey. It should be a little different than your typical beer or any other brew. I was actually disappointed by that one, and it's probably because the particular mead in question was, there's no head on that. I don't know if there should be or not. But the particular mead in question that I had last time was actually designed to be hopped like an IPA, and maybe it was just the interplay of the sweetness and the bitterness that didn't sit well with me, but I wasn't a fan. So I'm really hoping this turns out to be a different experience. There's really something a little different coming off of that. It's not what I'm used to from a beer. It almost, and I hate to say this because I'm sure they put a lot of effort into this, but it really is almost a skunky aroma. Slightly. There's a lot of bitterness to the aroma, and like I said, a bit of skunkiness there. I mean, the bottling date was not that long ago. It was just a couple of months, so it certainly hasn't gone bad. The taste is not at all consistent with that aroma. It's different. It's it's like it hits me up front like a wine, and a lot of the esters I feel coming up through are reminiscent of a wine. And there's definitely, I don't know how else to explain it other than you can kind of taste the fruity fermentation. It's very sweet afterwards, though. Now that it's kind of settled on the palate, I'm getting that tea flavor and some of the lemons coming through. So it's citrusy and sweet, and it's got that like an iced tea flavor. So it kind of hits you at first like a wine, and then kind of rolls into this almost like an Arizona iced tea lemon. I can't quite liken it to the Lipton Brisk lemon iced tea or anything like that because it's not that sweet. There's just a hint of sweetness there. It's very good. Based on my previous experience with a mead, I'm actually surprised because, like I said, the last time I had one, it wasn't very good as far as I was concerned. A lot of bitterness to it that just didn't play well with the sweetness from the honey. And the more this settles on the palate, the more it's like a sweetened citrusy iced tea. Um, I'm actually going to go ahead and rate this as a 4 out of 5, just because it's different, it's very novel, and it surprised me. It's really sitting well. Definitely check it out if you get a chance. It's really great. Also, give me a like and a share down below, and I'll get this video out and get a little more public. You can also connect with me on Facebook and Twitter by using some of the links on the profile. I'm also on Google Plus, so hit me up there. Check it out. I'm going to keep posting some videos, and hopefully I'll have some really good information for you. You guys can benefit from my experience. I know I'm not really in depth like a lot of the great connoisseurs of the alcoholic beverages, but I like to think that I can boil it down to layman's terms and give you what you really need to make a decision on whether or not to purchase something. Cheers.